Today we're going to talk about orgasm! Woo! Everybody likes orgasms, right? But not everybody has learned how to have an orgasm. So today I want to teach you a little bit about how to give yourself an orgasm. And that is part of the quote, how to give yourself an orgasm. So usually it's not men who are struggling with this, but that doesn't mean men can't have delayed orgasms. But we're not talking about that today. We'll talk about it another day. So today we're talking about female orgasms. Many women come to me because they've been married for years and they've never experienced an orgasm, or they've lived till they're 40 or 50 and they're like, why am I not getting orgasms? Why does this not happen? So I want to teach you a few things about how to get an orgasm so you can have great sex. But I also want to say you can have great sex without an orgasm. There's a whole experience in sex, and if you're not having fun, even if you don't have an orgasm, then we need to work on that too. So anyhow, back to orgasms. First, I just want to show you a vagina. Here is my little vagina puppet. People always love this because it's very nice looking. See, there's a little clitoral hood. There's the clitoris. This is meant to be the inner labia, the labia minora, and this is meant to be the labia majora. And this is meant to symbolize the urethra, and up here the G-spot. Nice. So the vagina is kind of complex. As you can see, there's all these folds and flaps, and it can be easy to misplace the clitoris. In order to get an orgasm, you do need to learn how to stimulate your clitoris. The clitoris is where 70% of women actually experience their orgasm. Actually, 100% have to do it with some sort of clitoral stimulation, but some women can access the clitoris with penetrative sex if it's well positioned. Most of us, though, 70% of us, our clitoris is way too high. So even though the penis is going in here, it's completely missing the part that we need to get the orgasm. So that's something you need to know. If you are in the 70% of people who's not getting an orgasm through penetrative sex, you're normal. You're always normal. Usually people are completely normal, and you need to hear that. You're normal. Okay, so here's how you get it if you are in one of those 70% of women. One is learn to do it yourself. Some women just need to learn to masturbate. I know this is hard for some people because there can be values against it, but the reality is if you don't know how to get yourself an orgasm, then how are you going to expect your partner to get one? Especially if he's a male partner. If it's a female partner, she'd probably be pretty good at it. But men don't own vaginas. They have penises. So it makes it very difficult for them to give you an orgasm when they don't know anything about the vagina. They learn from you. So what you do is you start masturbating, and you can do it with a vibrator, you can do it with your finger. And some of the things that you need to know is sometimes people need to pull back this clitoral hood so they can actually feel right here. Usually like a pressing like this or a pressing like this, circles, a little bit of pinching. I would practice, learn different things about yourself. Another thing that helps for different strokes is some women, if you touch the clitoris directly, it's too strong for them. So they actually need the hood to stay on top. So you may use the hood and kind of push it back and forth. And you see this hood is very similar to like an uncircumcised male's penis because they have a hood over the head of their penis. Well, our vagina is very similar to that. So you wouldn't want to experiment with her. It should be up or down. And most people, everybody's different, so I don't want to say most people on anything. Orgasms are very unique to the individual. Some people like a lot of intense stimulation. Some people like a little bit and then a little break. Some people like touching all around here. So basically, you've got to experiment with yourself to learn, what do I like? What feels good to me? What doesn't feel good to me? Does it feel better in a shower? Some women start with that. Like if you have a really strong shower head, use that and see, does that feel good? Some women like it when it's a combination of the inside and the clitoris, because in here actually is the back of your clitoris. Your clitoris isn't just the top, but it has these nerve endings that exist in the front of the vagina. Now you also need to know that you don't have any nerve endings in the upper 2/3 of your vagina. So you don't really need to focus there. You really just need to focus in the first third. That's normal. Those vaginas are normal. That's why it really doesn't matter how long a guy's penis size is, because really, we don't feel it beyond the first third. So as long as it's making it there, it's fine. So once you've learned how to give yourself an orgasm, then you can experiment with teaching him how to do it. You show him, couples do mutual masturbation with each other where they kind of sit apart from each other and show each other what they do to get themselves off. And that can be a really great way to just teach your partner how to give you an orgasm. And then finally, if you want to try and incorporate it with penetrative sex, then you can use a vibrator on the clitoris while you're doing penetrative sex, and then that can sometimes help. But don't feel like you're weird or abnormal if you can't get it during penetrative sex, because a lot of people, what they're doing is They have sex, one person orgasms, and then they focus on the other person until they orgasm. And it's perfectly normal and perfectly fine. Sometimes a guy can orgasm first, sometimes a girl can orgasm first. But either way, if somebody wants an orgasm, please help them get there, because that's called being a generous lover. And not caring about your partner's orgasm is kind of being a selfish lover. So let's not be selfish, let's be generous. Okay, thank you. If you like these videos, please share, subscribe, and post them again, because I'm really just trying to help people out. And if you need any help, go to www.therapistintstlouis.com. Thank you.